Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Dwyane Wade statue. Well, you know I'm gonna go in on this one. I'm not monetized, so we don't have to watch our mouths. Well, folks, this is what Dwyane Wade gets, right? This is what he gets. It's called karma, right? It's called karma. Well, you might not like this, but we'll go over a few things that has come back to bite him in the butt. It's called karma. Dwyane Wade being Hollywood zesty came back to bite him. It's called karma. D Wade taking his ex-wife, I don't know if it was his ex-wife or his ex-girlfriend, to court to take those children and raise them in Hollywood to be zesty and to make his children, well, I say one of them, right, publicly gay, right? Well, I mean, this is what I don't get about these celebrities, right? Say if your child was gay under the age of 18, why are you telling us? Why are you telling us? If you feel zesty, right? If you feel that you're not the right gender that you physically are in that body, okay, then just feel that way. Why does it have to be announced to the world, right? We see this with the Will Smith child, right? Now we've seen it with the Dwyane Wade child. Why are you announcing it? Why are you telling us? You telling me your child has authority over you, not only as a dad, as a parent, but as a Hollywood celebrity parent. And when I say Hollywood, yeah, NBA players of this ilk, of this status, is Hollywood, right? When you get up that high, that ranking and stuff like that, LeBron is Hollywood. Michael Jordan is Hollywood. You would call Chris Paul Hollywood. And let me tell you something. I won't be surprised if LeBron James' youngest son comes out. I'm talking about that boy been looking zesty for a hot minute. I don't know if it, I seen him a couple times when he was a little bit younger. I ain't seen him lately, but maybe about 2 years ago, he was looking kind of zesty every time they showed him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he come out the closet. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood and those type of people in Hollywood, it's a lot of zestiness going on. Let me try to tell you something right now. Straight people, heterosexual people do not run with homosexual people, gay people, right? They just don't do it. Nothing against them. I don't have nothing against gays or transgenders or nothing like that. Straight people just don't kick it with gay people. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that, right? And usually gay people don't kick it with straight people. It's just like that. Maybe, Mexicans don't really kick it with white people on an everyday basis. They kick it with their people. Maybe people from Ukraine don't kick it with Brazilian people. It's not that those people don't like each other. It just has to do with culture. It has to do with, the way we do things different, see things different, was raised different, culture, everything like that. So what I'm trying to tell you is, again, before I say this, on an everyday basis, or just period, straight people and gay people do not kick it like that. So when you see weird stuff going on, right? Like these old people who are 50, 60, I ain't saying 50 is like real old, but older, right? Who's like 60, 70 years old, right? And they approve gay marriage, the Supreme Court. And remember, these are supposed to be like old school Christian people, right? When I say that, think about your grandparents, your great-grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to church, real religious. Well, I mean, do you think your grandparents are going to approve gay marriage? Okay, then, right? And I'm not trying to say anything's wrong with gay. I'm not against gay people. I'm not, whatever. You do your thing. I don't understand it. And to me, that's where the world is messed up. That's why we're at odds with each other, because they do stuff, but they don't make us understand what's going on with this stuff, because it's been condemned for so long. Okay, it's been condemned for so long. Now it's on the table to where it's okay. It's right. It's getting pushed. Okay, but tell the people who are heterosexual why this stuff is happening, why these people act like this way, act this way, why they feel this way, why God made them this way. You just can't approve something that was in religion, and you said it was wrong for so long, right? It was against God, blah, 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 right? So, as scientists, tell us why these people are homosexual. That's all what we really want, right? Because if there's no scientific fact or no logic behind why the majority of the people are heterosexual, it's just basically 1% of the people are homosexual. Why is it? How come they're not telling us? The government. Why? Because they want us to be at odds with each other, right? This right, like they call people black and white because they want us fighting with each other. Nobody's gonna call it black or white. That's ridiculous. People have melanin in a different shades of brown, or they don't have melanin. Well, you can't really say that. If you don't have melanin, you will die. You couldn't even go out in the sun, period. So even so-called white people who are pale, they have some level of melanin, right? But that's how they keep people at odds, by calling colors and don't tell us about certain things as far as homosexuality. But let's get back on this Dwyane Wade thing. If you ever seen that video, I was gonna put it on here. I just didn't have time, of him and Jimmy Butler they was at like some, I don't know where they are, some gay mansion or something like that, gay party, but they were like on some tennis court with really short shorts on. Like I'm surprised their private members weren't hanging out, and they were on the court going and they was just gaying it up, right? It was crazy. Every time I showed somebody this video, they cannot believe it. And they're like, oh, wow, okay. I guess they set the record straight. They opened up, right? It was just like, I think truly, a lot of stuff that LeBron James does, I think he's a little bit zesty, right? And him and Draymond Green, they do a lot of zesty stuff behind the scenes. I ain't been behind the scenes, but I done seen a lot of zesty stuff that they kind of do, like out in the public. No, but that's what I'm saying. Gay people and straight people do not kick it like that. So what I'm trying to say is, in Hollywood, everybody is gay behind the scenes. The producers, the editors, most of the people who make the music, the choreographers, who else? The people who do the makeup, wardrobe, all these people is gay in Hollywood. So I don't give a damn if you the hardest, want to be hardest gangster rapper. You on the set, let's go to the next level too. Most of your managers, talent agents, all these people is gay. So again, I don't care if you're the hardest rapper, movie star. This is who you is kicking it with every day in Hollywood. And yes, Hollywood is part of the music industry. So I don't care about all these rappers dissing gay people and stuff. These people is amongst gay people every single day in Hollywood. So that's why they try to get you confused. Oh, P Diddy sleeping with men or he's sleeping with women? They don't tell you in Hollywood most of these women are transgenders. Most of your women are transgenders. They don't tell you that. So again, when you see these women walk around and their shoulders are past their hips, it's not a woman. It's not a woman. Only men have shoulders that go past their hips. That's not a woman's. That ain't how God made a woman. And I'm not trying to say all women just have big hips or anything like that. I'm talking about that's the proportions or portions of how a woman is built. She don't have shoulders past her hips. You see that? That's not a woman. This is Hollywood. They got the best surgeries in the world. They got the best surgeries in the world. So it don't matter if it's some of them. I'm talking about some of them. They just, once they get older, they just can't hide it no more, man. To me, they can't fool me. I've been knowing this for a long time. You can just look at the neck. You just look at the neck, because basically women don't have necks. So they don't have necks. I'm talking about long necks or big necks. Your mama, your sister, your aunt. Go look. You as a woman, go look. These aren't real women. Got good makeup, good hair, good surgeries, but guess what? You cannot change the bone structure. You can't change the bone structure. So yeah, D Wade, you look like, LeBron has to be laughing, right? Because D Wade, he looks like he's on the juice, right? That's what D Wade looks like. He looks like he's on the juice. So LeBron, he's got to be laughing. He's got to be laughing. Ain't this the dude? Somebody said this. I forget who. Somebody said that his jaw grew like huge. If you look at him from when he first came in the NBA, his jaw just grew huge, and he kind of grew that little beard or whatever like that. So I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if all NBA players are on some type of juice to an extent, right? But you still have to develop a game. Just because if you take, the juice and start lifting weights, that don't mean you're gonna beat everybody. There's just dudes that's gonna beat you just because they're more gifted genetically. Just because you took the juice as a baseball player, don't mean you're gonna be as good as Alex Rodriguez or Barry Bonds or Sammy Sosa. These dudes were already genetically gifted. So many of them baseball players were on the juice, but they still couldn't be better than those guys because those guys were just genetically gifted. So, look, man. And one of my last things is for Dwyane Wade. This is what you get, bro. This is exactly what you get. LeBron don't show up to your Hall of Fame. When you got inducted into the Hall of Fame, LeBron doesn't even show up, and here you are slurping on him in the Olympics. Are you broke? I'm like, why is this guy even on here? We're told these guys got all this money, and they gotta go on that thing and be a color analyst. Why? I mean, I guess it's just something to do, right? I mean, he wasn't that bad. I mean, but he wasn't that good. But the worst part is him slurping up LeBron James after LeBron James didn't even show up for his induction into the Hall of Fame. That was embarrassing. And here you are slurping up LeBron in the Olympics? This is what you get, man. This is what you get. This is what you get. Now, I guess when you see this image right here, I guess he was trying to recreate something like this on the right, where Dwyane Wade is like, like that, but why is he so old? This is like his senior years. I don't know, him on his deathbed, his last days on earth. Or maybe him on steroids, but still looking old. Because you see some of this stuff. Have you ever saw these videos? Or I guess it's real life, it's just not a video. They got like old people, like 80 years old, still doing bodybuilding contests, right? It's crazy. Their body will be jacked up, but their face will still be looking old. And this is what he looks like. He looks like an old person with a young person's body. Yeah, this is Zesty Wade putting fingernail polish on. I'm trying to tell you guys, all this stuff that you see coming out about Hollywood and them doing gay stuff, don't try to separate the cats who ain't never been accused of it with the cats who are accused of it or been accused of it. They all hang out together. If you in Hollywood, you hang around a whole bunch of gay people every single day. That's just how it is. And like I said, I ain't got no problem with gay people. That's a thing. Most people got family members who are gay and stuff like that. It don't bother me. But I'm just trying to tell you, these people, this ain't just new. This has been forever. Since Hollywood has been open. This is the way it is. Gay people run Hollywood. Gay people have been running Hollywood since the beginning. Who wants to dance? Who wants to sing? Gay people. And if you ask me, gay people done took over the world a long time ago. But we won't even get into that. It's just the fact that heterosexual people, they just so blind. I mean, but yeah, this is D Wade, man. I don't have. This is what he gets. This is what he gets. I don't really consider him a true competitor, neither. Not on the level of Kobe Bryant. You know, Kobe Bryant stood in and won all his championships with no super team. Here comes Shaq building a super team in 2005 with Dwyane Wade. I think they were together for 4 years. You had Gary Payton, Alonzo Mourning, Shaq, and Wade. That's a super team. Super team. A failed super team. Yes, they won one championship, but 4 years together, and that's all you produced? And that thing was stacked. Antoine Walker was over there. You had White Chocolate. Man, you had a Posey. You had a lot of dudes on that team. If you go look at even the what do you call it, the bench players and the role players, that thing was stacked, and they could only go to one finals. Well, I think they had the number 1 seed 2 times, right? Didn't they get beat by Detroit 1 year? I forget. But yeah, had that super team and then built that super team with LeBron's. So this dude, to me, he's not this competitor that people really say this guy really is. He's a great player, but to build 2 super teams, that's not competitive to me. Again, he went. I don't care what Gary Payton was scoring. I don't care what Alonzo Mourning was scoring. Remember, Alonzo Mourning was the backup center to Shaq. This was at a time when centers were basically dying out. So to have both of those guys in the paint at that time, it was still great rim protecting. You had the knowledge on the court. You had veterans and stuff like that. So for me, for them, when you look at LeBron James, Dwyane Wade was like the first one to build that super team to make everybody else want to build a super team, right? Or you could say Shaq and Dwyane Wade, because after that, guess what? Here come the big 3 in Boston. They built a super team, and then LeBron James basically overcame all that, right? As far as he was getting the number 1 seed 2 years in a row over the big 3, 09 and 2010. That's how weak that Boston team was. But we don't want to recognize how weak that big 3 was. But LeBron James, he just couldn't be clutch. And he didn't want to go through the fire because he saw everybody else not going through the fire. Even though you could say those guys were a little bit older, but the big 3 were like over. Ray Allen and Garnett they came in 95, 96. So I mean, that's way over 10 years when they got together. And I think Paul Pierce was like 8, 9 years when the big 3 got together. And then so by the time they played LeBron in the big 3 Heat, that was just embarrassing. They had to be like almost 15 years into the career. And still gave them a run for their money in 2011. So it wasn't like, I don't know, man. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of this thing. I always got a different take on this. To me, this is what this fool gets. He's he don't raise his family to be zesty. He acts zesty. He hangs around a lot of zesty Hollywood people, zesty basketball players. He had the nerve to slurp up LeBron James in the Olympics. This is just what he gets, man. He looks like an old man on the juice. That's what he looks like, an old man on the juice. I don't know. They should have just like went on. If we're gonna make statues, let's make like real statues though, because like Too Raw for TV said, man, these people aren't Greek gods, right? Unless they're really looked at that that way. I can't even say it. I could understand. You didn't win. I don't know. Maybe somebody like Jordan who won 3 peats. Somebody like Magic who won 5. Maybe Shaq and Kobe who won a 3-peat. To me, they should have put Shaq and Kobe together. That's what they should have did. If you're going to do this thing, maybe put, a Kareem. Put a Kareem with Magic, right? Put Kareem with Magic statue. Do something cool, man. If you're going to give these guys a statue, period. But everybody don't deserve a statue. And if you're going to do something like that, maybe put him as like Flash. Because that's what they called Dwyane Wade. They called him Flash. So they should make his image as like, the movie character, or I guess it was cartoon character first, right? Flash. They should do something like that. Maybe like Michael Jordan, something like Air Jordan. I don't know what you would put. I would have put like, I know they got him, dunking with his legs open like that. Kind of like that, what is it? Like his shoe, right? That shoe image, the Air Jordan. I don't know if I would have put him like, that pose where he jumped from the free throw line, something like that. I think that would have been better. But the one they got is pretty cool too. I mean, he's got the players like underneath him. He's like, his opponents. Something like that. Kobe. Do they have a Kobe statue? I think they do, right? Have this snake wrapped around him. Magic Johnson have like something pertaining to like magic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like a wand or a hat, a magic hat, something. I mean, I don't want it to look too corny, but something around him that's like magical. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it don't have to be like the hat don't have to be on his head, or you don't have to be holding a magic stick, but maybe it's around the statue or something. Because we got nicknames for these guys, but the statue doesn't indicate that. It doesn't show that. But I'm just saying that we're going to give these guys statues like they're Greek gods, like the Statue of Liberty. Let's make it cool. If not, let's put these guys together. Pairing. I wouldn't even mind if they put Jordan and Pippen together. Right? That would be cool to me. Because to me, that was the greatest duel of all time, if not Bill Russell and Cousy, right? As far as winning championships, Bill Russell and Cousy, you could even put them together. That would be cool. Like I said, you could put Kareem and Magic together. You can put Magic and Kareem. You could put Shaq and Kobe together. That would be cool.